Well, welcome back everybody to the channel. We're going to talk today about the A39 Tortoise, the Tier 9 British tank destroyer. Some public service announcement first. All the winners from the WoT Blitz free gold giveaway stream we did earlier have received an email on how to get their prizes. So that's all well taken care of. This is a Patreon-sponsored video. If you like to sponsor the channel, please do so. There's a link below in the description. And if you're new to the channel, check out our playlist and do not forget to subscribe. Click the button below, the link in the description, or the small logo on the bottom right side. Subject at hand, as said, the A39 Tortoise. I'm driving at full speed at the moment, a whopping 20 kilometers per hour. One of my clanmates, Acids Burn, had his nickname on the Discord server changed to "I absolutely hate the Tortoise's guts." And I know he isn't very happy at me for only publishing a review now, but I hadn't gotten to it. I decided to do some battles, managed to ace it, really show off some of the strength and really apparent weaknesses of the tank as well. So I decided to do a review on it. I managed to get a total of 4 ace games in together, which are all in the review. One of them is this one. And you can see, yeah, first thing, this tank, it is not mobile, and I can fully understand why people hate it and why people think it's a bad tank or a shitty tank or a whatever you like to call it tank, because it has really big weaknesses. It's well armored, but it's a bit patchwork, because there's weak spots on the front and there's a big cupola weak spot on the top. You can see that K91, you could see him already aim for it, trying to shoot me through the cupola. And it's really big, it's really high. You're actually capable of spotting tanks while you're not showing anything but at cupola. And yeah, any tank at the same tier can go through it without swapping to Premo, so that's a bit of an issue. On your front left there's a weak spot, that's a bit of an issue. But what you do have is this little thing. Kaboom! The gun. It's excellent. The rate of fire is good, the accuracy is good, and especially the gun traverse is good. That's what you have to get into play. That's what I kept thinking constantly while I was playing this tank. Work the corners, gun traverse, gun elevation as well. We're getting a bit of lag on this game over here. We bounce a shot from T49 and he rams into us, thank you very much. And we can then finish him off, but you can see I'm pretty low in terms of hit points now, 209. There's not a lot that Waffle probably would have been able to finish me off. But thankfully the Jagdtiger shoots him before I get shot. And we win this game, and I do an exact number of 4,000 damage. Love that. Top gun, high caliber, readily Walters. So yeah, the tank can be made to work. It's a pain when you're alone, it's a pain when a team rushes off. You are very vulnerable to any of the, let's say, yeah, the mats, the mediums, and especially those autolows. A Batch 25 TAP, it will tear you apart because you just don't have the mobility. But get it at range and get the gun to work, then this can be a really good tank. So let's take a look at the stats and numbers first. Again, using Tank Compare, I've put in 2 waffles on the right side, one with a 15 centimeter gun and one with a 12.8. And you can see in terms of DPM, not too shabby. You haven't got the maximum DPM of the Jagdtiger. You're just under the SU 12254, but you fire quicker at 400 damage per shell. Your shell velocity is pretty darn good. And as you can see in terms of weapon handling, there's a lot of red stuff on the right side. Your aim time pretty good, dispersion pretty nicely. But the best thing about this whole tank is this, the gun arc. 20 degrees to the left, 20 degrees to the right. 10 degrees of gun depression, 20 degrees of gun elevation, not a crazy 45 on the Waffle with the 12.8 gun, but 10 and 20 and 20 and 20, that's a really workable area for the gun to use. You do suffer in terms of mobility, big time. It doesn't traverse well, the top speed is really bad, and you can see most of the players in other tank destroyers at Tier 9 just do better than in the Tortoise, and I can fully understand why. There's still a fair bit of people playing it because they probably want to get the Death Star. But yeah, if if you want to get the Death Star, you have to get through this tank, and if you want to do good, then you have to make use of its assets. And that is indeed the gun, and if you can make it work, the armor profile. Flat sides, it will go through. This is Leopard PTA looking at it. Frontally, left, right, cupola, it will go through. You will bounce on the mantlet area or on that front plate, and obviously on the tracks. But remember, I've said something about the gun traverse 20 degrees left and right and the gun depression -10. If you get the gun like this, then that cheek area becomes almost impenetrable, and if you can use a maximum gun depression, you can sort of minimize the possibilities of a Leopard PTA hitting your cupola. If you sit still and let him aim perfectly, he will hit it anyway. But like this, using the other side, hiding your cupola behind a building, is not a perfect solution because your top left is still pennable, as you can see. But if you then drive around the corner, shoot, get back into cover, it becomes a very trollish frontal armor profile. And that's what you have to do. You will also deny people from shooting your lower glasses plate, and you can see the tracks are pretty wide as well, and they will soak up some shots. There's going to be examples in the next games. But this is what you have to do with the Tortoise. You have to have people in front of you. You have to be aware of what's happening on the map, because if you get circled by Tier 8 mediums, Tier 9 mediums, Tier 10 mediums, light tanks, they will obliterate you. It was nerfed a bit because it had even better rate of fire, I think, and traverse speed. But you can see a Borsig has problems going through. This is a WZ110 of that. I shoot him, I reverse back into cover, and once I'm nearly reloaded, I pop back into sniper mode around the corner. He wants to shoot my cupola. I'm not giving him that. I'm not popping out any further than he is thinking. The waffle bounces, we shoot him back for HE because I have hash. I haven't got the really big monstrous hash of the Death Star, but good enough. And this is what you can do. And of course, if you look at the minimap, I have some support. There's a Panther 2 as well over there. But keeping two Tier 8 tanks at bay, a WZ110 and a Borsig, and I haven't got a clue where this shot went. Well, it bounces on the WZ110, but he's going to bounce another one at me. And you can see from the damage done, 310 blocked. Well, not too bad. And I decided to pop in that little clip just to show what you can do with the Tortoise in the right circumstances. And admittedly, up front, this video is a lot of right circumstances. Why is it a lot of right circumstances? I'm always stopped here in these games. I have a few games where I was bottomed here and I managed to do well, but if you get shot by high tier tanks, tier 10s, they will really tear you apart. They will just rip you to shreds, spit you out for dinner, and then maybe make some breakfast again out of it. Just doesn't work. You can get hashed through the cupola by an FV while he is perfectly away from you because the cupola is sticking out. And if you have a team that doesn't really work, then you are in real big strife, because yeah, what you doing over here, lightweight, and he's 34-2. Yeah, agreed. Let's have him too. But what these tanks are doing here, I haven't got a clue whatsoever. We do manage to finish off the first tank over here. But it's an IS-6 and a T-54 lightweight into. We track the E-75 in place, unfortunately only track damage. But we do play the Tortoise to its strengths, because I can go forward now and then swing the gun around to the left, because there's a T-34-2 rolling in, and snapshot him in the side. Thank you very much. That's kill number 2. But like that, if you have red tanks that have the time to aim at you at your armor profile or on your cupola, they will go through. No problem whatsoever. We now have to push. Mobility is pants. So this is not a tank that is best played by novices to the game or new players, and you can see the 54 here was wide open, but he could simply shoot one, then reverse back. And now we can put the DPM to work. You can see what's happening. I'm really burning him down. I'm making a bit of a mistake here because I wanted to shoot him in the butt. With hash, he gets tracked, and the shot gets eaten by his tracks, and it's going to cost us dearly in the end, because otherwise he would have been down already, and then I wouldn't have had to suffer this shot from him and from the IS-6 as well. And that's going to cost us in the end. We're going to lose this one. we do shoot the IS-6 again. We get hit by our own IS-6. He has problems popping around the corner and then getting reloaded in time and aim and shoot me and do damage. And the second little mistake I make on this game is I could have shot hash into the side here of this Tiger 2. On turret side not sure really, but hull side my hash shot would have gone through, would have done some more damage to him. But yeah, if you look at the end results, well, we did what we could, and having a team that doesn't really know how to support a Tortoise, that can be as much as a hindrance than Reds that know how to defeat a Tortoise. Because against an experienced Red player, and yeah, I'm an experienced Red player, if I see a Tortoise who is in a position where I can just leave him, I'll just leave him. I've had so many 3.5, 4k damage games, 3ks too, where I could just roll away towards an enemy and only to watch them disappear, where they were showing me the rear lights and the exhaust fumes, and they just ran away from me and I had no possibility whatsoever to shoot them. And then you get 3-1 or maybe even 4-1 and you're dead. So you have to be map aware in this tank, and I've said it on numerous videos and reviews that I was thinking you have to have tanks where you need to be map aware. And yeah, the Tortoise is one of them as well. You have to be map aware. This position is an ideal one for the Tortoise. I can hide my cupola, I expose my left side, and I am an idiot, so I'm going to get shot in that left side. But you can see we've already put 3 shots in. Our IS-3, I don't know what he was doing, but he decided to charge in and get the A cap or D cap captured on supremacy. But this is ideal for a Tortoise. I have my excellent gun, I have targets at range. That AT-15 has problems penetrating me, so I shoot him back for 360 or something like that. And I can now roll forward, aim in, put a shot in. Don't know if that one hit. We'll see later about that. There's an IS-3 over there at 1095. Don't know if this one's going to hit. But there he is, back again. So it hit. Thank you. And like I said, this is ideal, really ideal. This one goes through a dead tank. So it's just a module at the back. It isn't even anything. It isn't a hitbox or a part of the tank's structure. So I can shoot through those little, what is it, few tanks at the back of an IS-3? Something like that. But like I said, this is ideal for a Tortoise. Targets at range. Cover to my front. Cover to my right. Oh, we've hit the AT-15 as well. Cover to my front, cover to my right. They can't circle me, they can't shoot me in the sides or in the rear. And I can just keep chipping away at red tanks. AT-15 is doing the right thing by moving away now. We can slingshot, boom, into that IS-8 and take him out. And we do have 2 caps running, which means we are slightly ahead in points, but we are in hit point distress. As you can see, full health VK4502B, not so full health Tortoise, not nearly dead Jagd Tiger. And there's a T-30 somewhere there. Oh, he's nearly full health as well, and he takes out the Jagd. I can't shoot him. And here's another thing you can do with the Tortoise, because look at this, I can see that as you're moving in, think, oh crap, he's rolling in, he's capturing the slingshot. Thank you very much. Couldn't have done that with an SU 12254 with a Jagd Tiger, but the Tortoise can, because I can just sling my gun around. And this was actually one of the first games I played with the Tortoise, after looking at the stats and the numbers and the armor profile and thinking I have to adjust my gameplay. And I had it still set to 1/3 AP, APCR and hash, so I'm not spamming APCR, as you can see. I've just run out of AP. That's all really. Which also confirmed to me that I was doing a good game in terms of damage, and I already knew that the T-30 was somewhere because he wasn't popping when I poked the corner. I can now turn around, shoot the T-30, catch one on my tracks. Thank you. There we go. and I can just burn him down. Too bad I have only a PCR left, because I would have gone through that hull with AP. He shoots me on the cupola, you can see it. There we go. No way I'll be able to wiggle it off with that big gun. But mate, you have nowhere to hide. I have the DPM, I can just shoot you straight away. Right, where's the AT-15? Don't get on my butt. I'll just go forward, turn on the spot, have you face my frontal armor, and yeah, there's nothing you can do. Well, I'm gonna win anyway, because we have 2 caps and it's one-on-one. So he wouldn't have been able to win this game, not in an AT-15. And we go through his front with APCR, get another big game, 5.2k damage, mastery Top Gun, high caliber sniper medal, a Kolobanovs, and a Ridley Walters for 1433 XP. And yeah, was this excellent play by me? It's not epic. I'm mostly set in one position, and the tanks were in front of me. Reds came riding in front of me, and I was able to shoot them, and then shoot them some more, and shoot them again. And well, yeah, that's what happens with the Tortoise. You have to get it into a position where you can shoot the Reds, and where you can't be shot, preferably. The biggest problem is that situations like that are becoming rare if there are experienced players on Tier 9. This is not a tournament tank, this is not a tank for Clan Wars, because it lacks the mobility, and Blitz has become a game where mobility is key. You have to have tanks that can go around the map and spot and relocate. And if there's one thing a Tortoise does really bad, it's relocating. Really. It's, yeah, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding at all. And also because of the cupola, you can see my cupola is sticking out, so that T-54 has me spotted very easily. I get a bounce from the front, 190. That then has to be either the Red Tortoise if he is stock, and we will find out later that he is a stock tank, or stock. It hasn't got a Top Gun, thankfully. Or it has to be the Sand Mark 1. And actually I decided to play one more game after getting a few nice games up for the review, and we're going to ace this one again. Again, looking at the map, I could see that M103 moving in. I knew I would have a shot on him, so I'll whack him for 407. Thank you very much. It's 1-on-1 in terms of tanks. Can't shoot anyone else. Popped adrenaline too early. Stupid. Hull down T-54. Can't shoot him. Nothing there left. But there is a leopard rolling in. No shots available yet. Where's the leopard? Where's the leopard? Where's the leopard? Hello, Sand. Hash just above the tracks. Look at that. 614 roll on Hash. You can really up your DPM if you use the Hash. And I haven't mentioned that in the stats and numbers, but if you would use the Hash, and if you would penetrate every shot, and you have a rammer and full rations and everything there, you get a DPM of 4,764. That's huge numbers, really huge numbers. There's another lovely Hash shot into that AMX. So yeah, that's 1500 worth of Hash. A low roll because I accidentally swapped to APSR, try and Hash on the side of a Tortoise, back to AP, get a full roll of 500 through his tracks. He has to repair. But things aren't looking good in terms of hit points. You can see we have 2 tanks on the left. I haven't got any spotters left. They are at range. I'm not spotted, which is good. Which is the way I really want it to have, because then I can shoot them and burn them down with DPM. But yeah, there's a little IS-8 left. Don't know where that Sand is. I was afraid he might spot me. No shots available on the Tortoise yet, but they will push on that IS-8. There they are. Hello M103, one into you. Thank you very much. There is the Sand. Can't shoot him. Now's a good time to pop in the adrenaline. Because if you pop the adrenaline and you have a rammer fitted and you have both both foods running, then you get a DPM of 4,716, and that's what we're going to do here. We're burning them down, we're going to shoot the Sand, and we get spotted, so we have to reverse back into cover. But we have 3 kills, and we have to Kolobanov again to win this game. Can't shoot the tortoise yet. I'm spotted. That has to be the M103, and there he is. Hello. We bounce on the side. That's unfortunate. Can we shoot you again? No. So we are going to relocate as much as possible. Because I want to get into a position where I have a bit more cover on my right. I was afraid I would get circled by the M103 and having to turn on the spot, so I want to get the tortoise on the sides of those houses. That's what I want to do here, get the houses between me and the tortoise. We can shoot the M103 and track him. Oh shit. But I'm rolling back now, as you can see. M103 is aiming from a cupola, so he will hit me anyway. Swap to APCR just because I want to make sure I will hit him. And the red tortoise is actually playing a really good game, and he's doing just the right thing by going in. He shoots my cupola. There we go. I can shoot him for 400 back. He pops adrenaline, shoots me again, but I'm reloaded just in time to finish off. Thank you very much. Well, there was a tight one. 18 hit points left. Fair play to the tortoise. He played well. Tried to preserve his hit points, preserved adrenaline, did actually the right thing, but he had a smaller gun than I did, so that means I've done a near 6k damage mastery. Top gun, high caliber, sniper, Redley and Kolobanov again. So yeah, that's a tortoise in a nutshell. Not the best tank in the game, but a good gun, big fun if played right and if the teams are with you. So thank you very much for watching, cheers and happy tanking.